Liverpool look very, very good. I'm going to be honest. When Arne Slot got the job, I knew he was a relatively good manager. He did some great things at Feyenoord, got them to a Conference League final, won a league title. He's come into the Liverpool job. They haven't had a 10 out of 10 transfer window. 3 Premier League matches, and they look night and day compared to Manchester United. Genuinely, you can see the patterns of play, the build up, each player's individual role in the team. It looks night and day to their arch rivals, Manchester United. Get down, drop a like on the video if you're enjoying the content, and make sure you have subscribed. We are less than 280 subscribers away from 22,000. And if we could hit 500 likes, that would be absolutely glorious. I predicted a 2-2. I thought the game would be a lot closer than it was. If I'm going to be brutally honest, Man United could have been 4-0 down in that first half. Liverpool had 3 shots on target and scored 3 goals. The difference in performances night and day. I'm not going to go in too much on Casemiro because even when Casemiro went off, Liverpool was still running the show. You know, when Collier, I believe the young lad come on, I don't think you can slate him. Liverpool lined up with the same team that's played both the games against Ipswich and Brentford. A strong Liverpool side. Diaz really starting to perform. Jota in the 9, Salah on the right, the double pivot of Gravenberch and McAllister. I thought Gravenberch was excellent today. Dominic Szoboszlai in the 10, Robertson, Van Dijk, Konate, and Trent and Alisson. The back 4 practically picks itself. I think Liverpool, there was huge questions asked regarding the number 6 role. Are they going to have enough? Are Man United going to be a big test for that Liverpool midfield? And it was the absolute opposite. Liverpool, I'm going to be honest, Liverpool blitzed them. You know, they had the ball in the back of the net early on. I believe it was Trent Alexander-Arnold got the ball in the back of the net around the 7th minute. It didn't count. VAR ruled it out. And since then, I thought Man United, they just looked so far off the pace. And I don't think Man United put in a horrendous performance last weekend against Brighton. I actually think they had some good chances. I just think Brighton just overran that midfield. And we kind of saw that again today, but just on steroids. It could, honestly, guys, that could have been a bloodbath. Could have been a bloodbath. They were all over Man United. The first goal comes from Diaz. Diaz broke the deadlock. Mohamed Salah with an absolute delightful ball into the box. And there is Luis Diaz to get his head on it and make it 1-0. Casemiro made a mistake, lost the ball. Liverpool broke, crossed into the box, scored. At that point, I'm like, right, where's the Man United response? They scored in the 35th minute. I'm like, where are we going to see this response from Manchester United? 7 minutes later, Liverpool make it 2-0. That combination again, Mohamed Salah into Diaz. The weight of passing to Diaz was world class, and he wraps his foot around it and guides it into the just next to the post and in. It was a fantastic finish. And then I thought at half time, Man United have got to make a change. They shook off a disallowed goal. Liverpool, they grew in confidence in the first half. They went 2-0 up. I don't necessarily, Gary Neville said something on commentary. I don't necessarily think it was the 2 mistakes. I think it was after that, the 3 or 4 misplaced passes. You could see absolutely lost confidence. And I've said a number of times, I said it on the football terrace, Manchester United have to play a back line and De Ligt has got to be in there. I looked at that Man United team on paper and I thought, do you know what? The only one I had huge question marks was about Marcus Rashford. And I actually think Rashford didn't have too bad of a game today. I thought he had a put some good balls into the box for Xerxes in the second half. I think he was working hard. I didn't agree with the Garnacho change in the second half, and I don't think half of Old Trafford agreed with that either. But I looked at that team and thought, do you know what? They're going to give Liverpool a game today. The second half, it was like, right, where's the response? Where is the Man United bounce back? Within 15 minutes, Liverpool score again. Dominic Szoboszlai plays through Mohamed Salah, and the positioning of Onana is absolutely diabolical. You know, the honestly, I was like, what on earth are you doing? Genuinely, what are you doing? And Mohamed Salah, who turns up time and time and time and time and time again, he always turns up at Old Trafford. Genuinely. 2 minutes later, Salah has another chance, fires it over the bar, and I'm like, right, Liverpool have got their towers up. They smell blood. Man United are a wounded animal right now. They look all over the place. Liverpool made some substitutions. They brought on Gakpo for Diaz. I probably would have kept him on to get the hat-trick. But the turning point, Gary Neville said something on commentary, and it was like, Man United fans don't normally boo changes. They boo at full time. And a lot of the fans in the stadium have support of the manager. Let me tell you guys something, right? When Garnacho got subbed off for United, I haven't heard boos like that in a long, long, long time. The boos were just absolutely obscene. They were fuming, absolutely fuming. Garnacho got subbed off. You're chasing the game. Dalot come on. I actually thought Dalot did really well. He was trying to run it his fullback. He was trying to run it his man. He looked really, really, really hungry and fit and wanted to prove a point. Liverpool brought on Conor Bradley for Trent. Is that an injury? I don't know. I didn't really agree with that change either. But then again, you're 3-0 up, so you can't really argue. They brought on Nunes for Jota. And then I didn't agree with Ten Hag's last change, bringing on Christian Eriksen for Joshua Xerxes. I don't get those changes. Let us know your thoughts down below on that, because for me, I didn't agree with like I didn't agree with those substitutions from Ten Hag. And I'm going to be honest, he may be walking a tightrope, Ten Hag. The reaction from the Man United fans, but Liverpool, simply incredible. 3 clean sheets, 7 goals scored. They look very, very, very good. I look at their fixtures they've got coming up. I'm going to be honest, guys. The way they're playing, everyone is firing all cylinders. Everyone's buying into what Arne Slot is saying. You can see immediately the style of play they want to play. I think they'll beat Nottingham Forest relatively comfortably. Then they've got a game 3 days later against West Ham. I think they'll win that as well. For some reason, it says they've got a game against Milan as well. So I don't know if that game is going to be pushed to a different day, but clearly they can't play 2 games on the same day. But I do think they'll beat Bournemouth, Wolves, Forest and West Ham. That Milan game, obviously there's a lot of history there between those 2 clubs. But I look right now, Liverpool genuinely look very, very, very good. Arne Slot has got a lot of things right so far in his time at Liverpool, in terms of the system they're playing, in terms of putting... I like the fact that he's got Jota up front. I prefer him as a striker over Darwin Núñez. I think he's a lot more clinical. He's got Mohamed Salah playing back to his absolute best. And he's got Luis Diaz on the end of chances now. And they've got the best defensive record in the Premier League. I don't necessarily know if it's too early to talk about title races. I think it is too early. But if they can bring in a couple of players in January and keep this momentum going, Arne Slot will be over the moon. They've got a tough Champions League set of fixtures. I'm going to be honest, they do. They've got Real Madrid in there. They've got, they don't play Madrid. Fortunately for Liverpool, they don't play Madrid until I think, is it January? No, is it January they play them? Or is it December? Sorry, it's end of November. And they've got Leverkusen at home. They've got Bologna at home. They've got some tough games. They've got Girona away. I do think Liverpool have got enough to qualify for the next round of the Champions League. They've got that heritage. Anfield is one of the toughest grounds to go on the European nights. But they genuinely today they were simply incredible. I really thought they looked something else. Something else. They in the transition, when Trent gets the ball, it's like having Kevin De Bruyne at right back from a passing perspective. But let us know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have subscribed. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.